This is the Pooja and Gurdeep podcast.
From 98.1 CHFI Studios in Toronto, Canada.
Hey Toronto, this is Ed Sheeran.
This is Kelly Clarkson.
Hi, this is Bryan Adams.
This is Adele.
This is Madonna.
It's Michael Bublé, and you're listening to the Pooja and Gurdeep Show. It's fun. They're amazing.
You'll notice it today if you are heading into the city or out of the city on the Gardiner. The construction begins in earnest today. 3 years of construction on the Gardiner. This is like phase 2 of 6 on their plan to just sort of maintain. Look, it's an old highway, right? It's like 60 years old. It needs the work. I get it. But 3 years, the pain really kicks in mid-April to about mid-2027, they say, when it's going to be down to 2 lanes between Strawn and Dufferin. 2 lanes each way.
Happy Monday.
Yeah.
Isn't this a great way to start your week? It's going to be one of those things where, as you mentioned, it's going to be longer than anticipated. It always is. But planning to get anywhere in the city these days is so tough. You never know what traffic's going to be like. It can take you what normally takes you 15, 20 minutes to get somewhere, an hour sometimes an hour and a half. But people have all sorts of like, oh, don't worry, I've got an alternate.
Right.
It's like there's those people.
That's true. Everyone, I mean, look, if you've lived in the city for a long time or any city for a long time, everyone's got like I've got a route.
Yeah.
I know a route. For me, to get out of the city, if Gardiner's a mess, I'll usually take Lakeshore, which isn't much of a secret.
Yeah.
That's the obvious one. Sometimes I'll shoot north. If Lakeshore's bad too, shoot north to Queensway.
Yeah.
But I think people have started to figure that one out too.
I think everybody's like, and we got Waze now too, that's supposed to help you go in and out of traffic and the side streets and all those things. And I don't even know. Sometimes I'm shaking my head at Waze. I'm like, I can do better than you, Waze.
It's like, remember there was a game show where like, can you beat Shazam?
Yes.
Like if you can name a song in less than like the second, can you beat Waze?
Yes. And there's times where I don't listen and I live to regret it. And there's other times where I'm like, ha-ha, Waze, got you.
There's that point of no return where like Waze is telling you to go straight and you're like, I think I can go right.
Yeah.
And beat it. I think like, should I do it? You do it. And then you're like, okay, I'm committed. This is either going to add an hour or it's going to save me 4 minutes. Is it worth it?
Does it ever happen to you that you're like behind a car that you're like, they also have Waze on because they're making all the same
doing
turns.
the exact same thing.
Yeah.
Listen, if none of this works for you, I've got some, and by the way, you can hit us up. If you've got your like go-to shortcut, you're like, I've beat Waze, this is the route I take. Drop us a text at 981-981. We'd love to hear from you, but here's some other things you can do. This is what I'm going to do because I don't want to drive anymore.
Okay.
So I'm going to go human-sized hamster ball to work. It's going to be me coming down. I think I'll fit right in on Jarvis, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Giant slingshot.
Oh.
My condo to the Rogers campus.
Oh, that's nice.
Or, I think this is what you would choose. This is actually the Pooja Honda method. You're going to go jetpack conga line.
See? Okay, why not? You know, if you can at least laugh about what is about to happen for the frustration. Daniel from North York, what is that for you?
What about Futurama Transport Tube?
Oh, that's good too.
Yeah, and the thing is we've got all the Costco's and all the grocery stores that already have the tube set up from sending the cash back and forth from the registers.
They just got to make it a little wider so we can fit people in it.
Yeah, just scale that up.
You probably got to wear a helmet though, yeah?
Oh, yeah, definitely. For the first couple of years at least, just to get the bus worked out.
Got to protect the melon and you don't want to lose any jibs.
Exactly.
Daniel, that's great, man. Thanks for the call.
Have a good one.
From CHFI Studios,
It's the Pooja and Gurdeep podcast.
Okay, a mom of 3 went viral on TikTok. She's got 3 kids, age 6, 8, and 9.
Okay.
And the reason why she went viral is she says that she charges them rent. And the whole idea here is she wants to teach them about money, managing their finances, and sort of figuring out, you know, where to spend, where not to spend, how to save, the kind of things that maybe she was never taught growing up because her and her husband actually went through some financial troubles. There's some bankruptcy involved as well. And she just wants to make sure her kids have an idea of what to do with their money.
I love the story so much. I know this couple is not from Toronto, but I think this is a very Toronto story because we know how expensive everything is. And anyone with young kids, I mean, look, I don't have kids. If I did, I would absolutely do something like this. Like, so for a little more context, she gives them an allowance of $6 a week for basically doing chores. So if they're learning the responsibility part, out of that $6, her and her husband will take $1 to go expenses, $1 for food, $1 on utilities. So they're learning, okay, yeah, half of the money that we're earning for chores each week is going to pay for life things. And then her and her husband will sit down with them each week and teach them a new financial skill, something about earning or saving, spending, giving, investing, expenses.
Money dates is what they call them.
Money dates. I think this is I love this story so much that I'm actually like, ooh, I want to have a kid so I can have these weekly money dates with them.
Ooh, here, go dust that. I'll give you $3 and then you can invest it.
Go dust my Royal Dalton figurine and then let's talk about GICs.
Now, you can imagine that when you put something like this out on the internet, people have something to say about it. The argument on the other side is just let kids be kids. They should just be playing. This should not be something that they're worrying about at 6, 8, 9. One could argue that you can do this, but maybe it's a conversation you have later in life, right? Like maybe high school, maybe that's the time.
I don't know. I like the idea of starting it young, giving them the value, and they can still run around and be kids. Just put a Swiffer in their hand while they're running around. Yeah, just dust up while you're playing hide and seek, while you're playing shark.
Get that heart rate up too while you're at it.
I just think, look, I would argue that maybe this is too dramatic of a take. I think these lessons they're learning weekly from their parents are more valuable than anything they're going to learn in school, outside of the social skills of learning how to get along with other people. Because if you think back, how much stuff that you learned in school do you actually use on a day-to-day basis? Like I've talked about this before. I think there should be all kinds of different subjects and things taught in school that actually prepare you for life.
For the world,
How to prepare to lose a loved one, because that's going to happen to all of us. How to do your own taxes, because guess what? That's a pain in the butt. And
how to invest your money.
Like stuff you can actually use, not trigonometry or calculus that I've used not once since I did poorly in it in high school.
Listen, Can't Be Gritty can only happen because of all the stuff that you did not learn in school. Right?
Yeah. Yeah, that's exactly it, right? It's all the useless in between the line stuff. Look, you and I both agree on this, but we understand it's potentially controversial. You tell us what you think.
5 calls? Decide it all.
A mom of 3 went viral on TikTok after sharing that she charges her kids age 6, 8, and 9 rent. Her goal, though, is to help them manage money in the future. The criticism is just let kids be kids.
Yeah, I was saying I love this so much. I was saying I think you'll learn more in this exercise than you probably would in school. Just got a great call from a teacher named Pauline in Toronto. Thank you for the call. She says her kids actually have a financial literacy test today. So sounds like curriculum has gotten a lot better than when you and I were in school, Pooch.
Okay, good to know. But how do you feel about this? Is this something you would do with your own kids? Charge them rent to teach them about money? Let's go to Jim in Scarborough. Yes or no?
Not at that young of an age. 6 and 8 are a little young. 9, 10, we're just starting with our granddaughters, teaching them about saving, not room and board, food, that sort of stuff. We're just speaking to them now about when they receive money that some of it has to be put away into a special piggy bank that they have, which is their saving.
Jim, your vote's been counted. Thanks for the call.
You're welcome.
Nadine from Whitby. So what do you think about this story about charging your kids rent to teach them about money? Is this something you would do? Yes or no?
Yes. And the reason for that, I know someone who did it, and their kids right now get to be able to go to college and to afford an home. So it's a really good idea.
Brilliant. I think you got to start them young. Pooch, you going to do this with your kids?
I think so. I don't know how young. I think that's the question.
Start now.
Right
they're
now.
one.
It's better right now.
Yeah.
When they get older, they don't want to do anything. So once they start right now, at least they have the training and know exactly what to do.
You know what? There's something to be said about that because it's not like teenagers listen, right? So maybe you do have to start young.
I handed Bodie a $5 bill. He just started eating it. So there we go. Nadine, thanks for the call. Your vote's been counted.
Thank you. Bye.
Megan from Pickering, would you have money dates and charge your kids rent at ages 6, 8, and 9?
So I think it sounds harsh, but it's very smart. It's teaching them, and like you said, how to deal with money. And people are saying let them be kids. Absolutely let them be kids. But you're teaching them something really, really cool, and they still get $3 at the end of every week. When you're a kid, that's $100. That's still worth something. So it's good. I like it. I really like it.
That's candy money.
Are you going to do it, Megan, with your kids?
I should. It's really because my daughter does not do chores, and so motivating her to do chores, and she's actually pretty good with fake money at lending that out to people because she thinks it's real. So I think I should start now. She's 3, so I think I should start now.
Thanks, Megan. Your vote's been counted.
Okay, bye.
Jerry from Toronto. So what do you think about this mom charging her kids rent? Would you do it? Yes or no?
No, I don't think it's necessary. The important thing is, the key is to ensure that, your life skills, your spending is what they're going to pick up. if you're cautious with your money, then there's absolutely no reason to have to charge kids and to go that route.
Even in an expensive city like Toronto, where we know it's going to be hard for the next generation to thrive?
Absolutely. A little bit more than other places, but absolutely.
Jerry says lead by example.
Lead by example. Okay, Jerry, your vote's been counted. Thanks, friend.
Thank you.
Shelley from Grand Valley, what do you think about this story, this mom charging her kids rent at 6, 8, 9? Is this something you would do, yes or no?
Absolutely, I would.
How come?
I work in finances, so I do mortgages, I do taxes and investments, and I have been talking about doing like an adulting course. How many young people feel that, it's okay to spend thousands of dollars on a vehicle, and meanwhile they have an exorbitant amount of debt on their credit cards? They don't understand about compounding interest and how about mortgages and rates on mortgages, or basically how to do a basic tax return if you have one T4 slip. People like me are more than happy to charge you $60 to do it, but it'll take me 3 minutes to complete your tax return.
Shelley, can you teach Pooja and I how to adult?
Absolutely. You know what? I think you need a little bit more training than she does.
Shelley, your vote's been counted. Thanks so much for the call.
Thanks. Have a good one, guys.
That was a close one on the text line and with the calls, too. Thanks to everyone who reached out 3-2 saying, yes, they would do this to for their kids, even when they're super young.
Yes, so now you can do this with your imaginary children.
Yes.
The Pooja and Gurdeep Podcast.
This is the Pooja and Gurdeep Podcast.
So there is a list of foods that are, I guess they don't really exist anymore in the sense that we don't use them. Like they're there, but these are ingredients that maybe for whatever reason over the years you just stop going to.
They got phased out. They're like the friend that got cut out.
Yes.
So you can find them in the grocery store. You just likely won't find them in your fridge or in your pantry because you probably stopped buying these sometime around 2000.
I don't know that I agree with some of these on the list. So let's start with iceberg lettuce.
Oh, no, that's still a thing.
That's a thing.
Now, I don't necessarily buy it myself, but there is a restaurant I like going to, Cactus Club. They have incredible
lettuce wraps.
Lettuce wraps with like Szechuan chicken inside.
Yes.
And you need the iceberg because you need that hard, crunchy, it like acts like a shell.
Mm-hmm. And it's great in a sandwich. My favorite is shredded iceberg lettuce.
Oh,
don't get me started.
You get some shredded icebergs?
On a sub?
Oh, forget it.
The only way to do it.
Yeah.
Let's not get rid of iceberg lettuce, people.
No, iceberg lettuce is going strong.
Okay, how do you feel about Thousand Island dressing?
Oh, yeah, that's retired.
That's done?
You even just saying that takes me back to my parents' fridge in our house in Etobicoke, like 1996, opening up the fridge, inside door.
Yep.
For some reason, we had tons of salad dressings. We don't anymore.
Same.
French, Thousand Island,
Catalina.
Ranch, Catalina. Yeah, Thousand Island. No, I can't even tell you the last time I had that.
What does it taste like? Is it like ranch? I can't remember now.
It's too, what's the word to describe it? It's like a little too...
tangy?
Zesty.
Zesty.
It's too much zest.
Too much
It's too much zest.
Okay.
We don't need so much zest.
What about Miracle Whip? Liz?
What even is Miracle Whip? Is it like mayonnaise's bizarro cousin?
Pretty much. Yeah, it's like the cousin twice removed.
It's like Cousin Eddie from National Lampoons.
Yeah, I think it's just like mayo, but it's a little more tangy. It's got a little... I find it sweet. I don't like it.
It's too zesty.
Yeah.
Get out the zest.
Everything
It's a miracle.
Not a fan. And there's margarine on the list, too. I still use margarine.
No, I just used margarine yesterday.
Yeah. Margarine's great for baking.
Margarine's...
or so I hear.
Yeah, or like... like I ran out of... the oil I used to make like eggs yesterday. So I'm like, I ran out of oil. Mm-hmm. Use some margarine in the pan. That's fine.
There should be other things on this list, I think.
I think we nailed the two. I think we can probably agree Thousand Island dressing and Miracle Whip.
Yeah.
It's too much zest.
Should we say goodbye officially?
We're going to officially bid you adieu.
Thousand Island dressing. It's been fun, but it's time to say goodbye.
Miracle Whip, we hardly knew ye.
Zesty.
From CHFI Studios,
It's the Pooja and Gurdeep Podcast.
You know when you're playing a card game like Uno or something and you get a wild card?
Yeah.
You get to choose whatever you want?
Yeah.
Today is the wild card of holiday days. It's what day is it? And we normally tell you like, hey, it's Pineapple Day, it's Cheesecake Day.
And there's a day for everything, as we've learned.
It's a day for everything.
Yeah.
Including National Make Up Your Holiday Day.
Oh. National Make Up Your Holiday Day.
So what are we missing? If you could customize and make up your own holiday day, Pooj, what would that be for you?
Okay, I need you to stay with me on this one, okay?
You've already lost me.
When I was younger, my grandmother, who is now passed, when she would sneeze like this. Ah, chi, ya.
Whoa.
Every time. And then I'd be like, huh? What was that? And then she'd do it again. Ah, chi, ya. And I was like, bless you? And then I was like, oh, she doesn't sneeze like me. Maybe people don't sneeze the same. And then I met my husband, and when he sneezes, he actually sets off the house alarm, okay? It's guttural. And it's scary. The children have cried when I hear him sneeze. Then I'm like, oh, everybody has a unique sneeze.
Isn't that crazy? It's like a fingerprint.
I didn't know it was a thing. So what if you had a day to celebrate your own unique sneeze,
We have that. It's called allergy season.
Oh.
So wait, how does one celebrate? You just like make yourself sneeze? Like put pepper in your face?
You like celebrate the uniqueness of your sneeze. You don't make yourself sneeze.
Well, I feel
just
like
you
have
celebrate
to,
it.
You have to do it if you're going to. You spend the whole day trying to incite yourself to sneeze.
Okay, that might be more challenging of a holiday, but I'm all for ideas. It's still, in the works. It's in the beginning stages.
Okay, we'll workshop it. I should point out, Pooj, not that I'm poo-pooing your idea, but February 2nd is already Record a Sneeze Day, so it
And
sort of already exists.
They have International Sneeze Day as well.
Guys,
You really put a lot of work into this one,
where's
right?
the research team when you need them?
We need the Price is Right music.
Okay, Gertie.
Sorry.
What holiday would you make up?
You bid $46,000 over your showcase. Okay, for me,
Yeah.
I actually didn't look this one up either. So it was on a day, but National Pillow Fort Day. And here's it's not just Pillow Fort Day. So here's what it entails, okay? Hot pizza, fuzzy slippers, movie marathons, and staying in all day. So you get the pillows, the bed sheets, just like when you were a kid. You use the couch, whatever you can use in the house, couch cushions, chairs, sofas. You make beautiful forts. You order pizza, you wear your fuzzy slippers, and you're watching movie marathons within that pillow fort. And here is the woke angle to boot. There is a charitable element to this because on National Pillow Fort Day, you also, at the end of the day, donate any extra pillows and bedding to organizations supporting people who are unhoused or in need.
Oh, see, I can't even poke holes in anything now. You made it about charity.
What happened? We did a role reversal there.
Can the floor be lava when you're done?
We'll discuss it.
The Pooja and Gurdeep Podcast.
Welcome to Can't Beat Gurdeep.
On 98.1 CHFI.
And Darren from Shelburne is hoping to beat Gurdeep. Darren is an arborist, which means that while we were playing with our Lego blocks when we were kids, he was climbing trees. Right, Darren?
Great.
Do you have to be able to, is that like on the job interview for an arborist? Like, okay, task 1, go climb that tree.
Yeah, it depends on what role you're applying for. I got here with, I was very green, so I didn't know anything, and my company kind of trained me and brought me up to where I'm at.
Right on. So what is it? Dumb question. What exactly does an arborist do? What are some of your tasks?
We'll do tree maintenance, so we'll do pruning, removals, stump grinding, shrub care, anything to do with trees.
Stump grinding. It's the name of my band.
Do you ever talk to the trees, Darren?
We sing to them.
Oh,
Nice. helps them grow.
Yeah, I think
right.
I think that's a thing, Darren.
Hey, Darren.
That might help your money tree, Gurdeep.
I was just about to ask you, do you have any quick tips for me? How do I resuscitate my fledgling money tree?
You know what? My wife has, we have over 50 plants in our house, so she'll be the one to help you.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
If you can get a tip
She's
from
got a
your...
money tree she's had for years. So.
Oh, man. Okay, please get a tip from your wife and text it to us at 981-981. I need to know.
Hold on.
Will
You guys
do.
need to stop getting along. First of all, Darren, you're going to beat Gurdeep, okay? You're going to take his money, and he's not going to want to call your wife, all right? That's how this is going to go.
We'll try.
Okay. I'm going to give you 5 trivia questions. I'll give the same 5 trivia questions to Gurdeep. If you get more right than him, that's how you win his money. So why don't you do the honors of kicking him out of the studio?
All right, Gurdeep. Make like a tree and leaf.
Ooh, I like it. It's very on brand. And when you said that you were really green, I was thinking to myself, that probably lends itself well to being an arborist. Yeah. Okay, Darren, here we go. There's a new F1 exhibition coming to Toronto in May. In what city is the only F1 race in Canada?
Toronto?
In a recent survey, nearly 3 in 5 people agree working 9 to 5 on weekdays is outdated. Who sang 9 to 5?
Dolly Parton?
A Florida man has been charged with selling $460,000 in stolen Home Depot equipment rentals on Facebook. What two colors make up the Home Depot logo?
Orange and white.
A Downton Abbey sequel movie has been confirmed, and it will be the final chapter. With which bookstore chain did Chapters merge to become the largest bookstore in Canada?
Indigo?
This fall, the Vermont State University is offering a class based around the music of Weird Al Yankovic. Although he was born in Brooklyn, this Vermont senator went viral with his mittens meme. Who is he?
I have no idea. Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Okay, Darren, let's get Gertie back. See how he does with the same 5 questions. Here we go.
These better not all be plant related.
There's a new F1 exhibition coming to Toronto in May. In what city is the only F1 race in Canada?
Montreal?
In a recent survey, nearly 3 in 5 people agree working 9 to 5 on weekdays is outdated. Who sang 9 to 5?
I'm working 9 to 5. Who sings it, though? Is it Aretha Franklin?
A Florida man has been charged for selling $460,000 in stolen Home Depot equipment rentals on Facebook.
Oof.
What two colors make up the Home Depot logo?
Home Depot was just there. I'm going to say orange and white.
A Downton Abbey sequel movie has been confirmed, and it will be the final chapter. With which bookstore chain did Chapters merge to become the largest bookstore in Canada?
Chapters merged with Indigo?
This fall, the Vermont State University is offering a class based around the music of Weird Al Yankovic.
What?
Although he was born in Brooklyn, this Vermont senator went viral with his mittens meme. Who is he?
Al Franken?
Okay, Darren, you got 3 out of 5 correct. Gertie, you got 3 out of 5 correct. Oh!
Toits!
Darren, we got a tie. These were tough today. Gertie, you didn't know it was Dolly Parton who sang 9 to 5.
Ah.
And
Legend.
Bernie Sanders. Bernie Sanders
Oh,
with the
right.
mittens meme. Remember in the chair?
The mitten meme.
Well, Darren, in the end, you tied Gertie, which means you didn't beat Gertie. And you know what that means.
Beat Gurdeep.
You know what, though? Darren, it doesn't matter. I like you. I like that you know stuff about trees. And you got 50 plants. You're awesome.
That's right. Let's hang out, man.
Yeah, man, I'm down.
Can I come too?
Nope.
Absolutely.
Oh, thanks, Darren.
And Blair and stuff.
And Blair and stuff. Yay.
Thanks for listening to the Pooja and Gurdeep podcast.
Listen to Pooja and Gurdeep live weekday mornings from 5 to 9.
Only on 98.1 CHFI.
Toronto's perfect music mix.